today we have a Liftmaster Professional Formula 1, and we have a shredded belt. You see the belt here hanging down. We're going to do a replacement of the belt. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. All right, rule number one, always unplug the unit. We're going to go ahead and remove the top of the gear cover here. Pull that right out. All right. Right there. Your hook, all you're gonna do from here, you're just gonna turn it. Pressure, that's it. All right. Pop your lens covers down. I'm gonna go ahead and take these two screws out. Same thing here, we're gonna take these two screws off. You're gonna take one right off here in the center, the bottom. And same thing on the other side, right in the bottom, right there. So you might have to put something in here to pry it because there is like a glue strip in here that holds it in place. So if you're yanking on it, you can't. Make sure you remove. We remove the screw here, the two up here, the one here in the center, and the two on the other side. This shell is ready to come down. So what I usually do is I take something, a sharp object like that, and I'll pry it. All right, so here, we got it loose. Come here, break that seal. And this piece is ready to come down. I take this shell off because I want to find out where the limits are. It tells you up and down to adjust how far the door opens and closes, right? This is important before you change your belt, because once you put your belt on, you're going to lock it in place. Wherever you set your belt, when you open that door, it's going to go basically wherever these limits are set. Now this metal piece right here, okay, like I said before in my other videos, it slides. When the door closes, it's going to slide forward. Like this, it's going to move all the way down until it hits this metal contact. When it hits this metal contact, that means the door is closed. This piece right here should be in the closed position where you want it. Same thing with the opposite. It's going to open. When you press it open, it's going to slide back, and it's going to slide back till it hits this contact. It's in the middle, sometimes it's in the close, sometimes it's in the open, right? So right now it's in the open position. It's touching the contact. So we want to set our belt on this unit here in the open position. If you don't do this, you try to wildly guess where that contact is, and you put this in the middle, okay? And you go to open the door, it's not gonna move. It's gonna stay where it's at. That means the door's open right now. But when you go to close it, it's gonna move down until it hits this contact. But guess what? This is gonna go down a lot sooner before it reaches that contact, and it's gonna slam into the end of that rail. Right, it's going to make the rail rise up, and it's going to reverse the door back. It could break the carriage, it could break the belt, it could break the bracket on the end. So you're going to want to make sure you pay close attention to this piece where it's at, and you're going to set it to where you want it based on this. So right now it's in the open position. I'm going to set my trolley right here in the open position, and I'm going to set my belt on it. This is a 7 foot. If you need to measure, just take some tape measure down from the floor to the top of the door. This one here in this case is a 7 foot. I have two 7 foot belts here, and I want to show you how, just to make sure you have the right belt. Look at the end of this clip. There are two types of clips on these. There's a short and a long, and I'm going to show you. In this situation here, I have new belts. There's a clip right here. This appears to be a long belt, a long clip, but if you look at these two, they look like a match. All right. Here's one that's a short, because again, I'm not sure which belt it is, so I pulled them out. And here you can see the clip. Two different styles, right? The top one is long, the bottom one is very short. So it would be this belt here, right? That's a match. So it's not going to be this one. That's the part 5250. We're not going to use that one. We're going to use this one. Part 041A 5434-11A. That is your belt, 7 foot. Okay, it tells you right there, 7 foot. And if you look at the old belt, it has a rod, all right, that connects to your carriage. So the new one does not come with it. We're gonna simply take this one off. We're gonna install it on the new belt. Take a flathead, spin this piece out on the end, like that. You have the belt facing down, and the prongs coming in. You're gonna do the same thing on this setup. Take it off. set it on. Take our piece and we'll snap it right on. And then we take this piece to lock it in place. Trolley and put a vice grip behind it so when you put your belt on and pull, it's not gonna yank it. Lock it right in there. We're on the other side. We're gonna drop our belt through here. I had to do that so I can go underneath the wire. Watch your belt, make sure it's not flipped with the grooves out. You want to keep it grooves in. Got it like that. So we got our belt on. We have not put it through here yet, okay? We have the hook in, vice grip down, keep it from pulling. It's coming around, it's going under the wire, it's looped. Wash it right back in there. Spring that we took off, we're gonna feed it back onto the rod and tighten it a little bit. All right, let me get that on. All right, spring is on, belt is on. You see it's hanging, it's time for us to tighten this. Get the hook pushed up and get the belt nice and flush here with the center of the rail, all right? Small hits like that, watch that belt. Make sure you keep your belt straight. Your hook, make sure it's flipped up. Your belt is nice. Your grooves are facing the inside on both sides. They're not, you don't want it to where, you know, the grooves are flipped like that. Make sure you make that adjustment before you tighten it. There's nothing tangled on it. Looks like we're pretty good. We're gonna test her real quick before I seal everything up and clean it. I'll test it so I don't have to do any more work. Open up this box again.